Long time no see. Hello, everybody. This is Winata here, and welcome to hopefully a bit of a resurgence because, as you can tell, since the last week, which was week four, was what was it? Almost 3 months ago. Reason why is just because I've been so busy with life stuff, with work, with school, and so I've been extremely busy to the point where I've this has been put on the wayside, unfortunately. Um, and obviously, I had talked about this prior, um, but I've got a little bit of free time, and hopefully soon I'll do my best to see if I can get something going. But I felt I was in the mood today. I've got a little bit of time before I start getting busy again. Let's start with another week. Why not? Even though this feels like a month, just like month one, month two, and all of that good stuff. Um, but I felt, I needed to get on here at least to uh, kind of bring it back a little bit because I know you guys have been waiting for it. The people that have been watching it, you guys have been waiting for so long, and I appreciate your patience. I always have, always will. In case something like this happens again, which it likely will, unfortunately, just being a full-time student but also working a good amount just makes it very difficult to do stuff like this. And so, but like I said, I'll do the best I can with that. And also, don't mind the nails. This is during the time of this recording. This was the day after Halloween. Um, and so I dressed up and I had my nails painted. So no worries about that. I forgot to get remover. I need to go get some right after this recording. But with that being said, it's been a little bit, right? And so one of the things I wanted to talk about was kind of give a refresher on some of the standings. And so, honestly, I'll just show it to you guys. All right, so that's like the current standings right now with, let me just blow it up real quick. And so, of course, obviously the Explorers are almost undefeated. They've only lost one game, and that was to the Models, if I remember correctly. Let me check one more time. I always do these little refreshers whenever I go on what feels like a hiatus. And so I think it was against the Models in like week three. Oh no, it wasn't them. It was the Speedstars. How could I forget that? How could I forget that they lost to the Speedstars? My rooting team. But yeah, that's when I need to start doing some more research again. But yeah, still the Explorers are 8-1, and then of course we have the two other like contenders, which is the Vacuums and the Models. Of course, the Models going insane in week three. I do remember. They were going crazy in week three. And then the Vacuums just keeping their stride very strongly and all that good stuff. And then the Smart Alex and the Flames are fourth and fifth, with being 5-4. So they're kind of in that middle ground. Like the Smart Alex, they had a very strong standing in the well, the first week they hit off the hit it off running, sweeping the Dynasties, doing that whole situation. But then both times, week two and week three, they've gone 1-2, and so they're probably trying to see if they can recollect that against, I think it's the Garlics. While the Flames, they have to go up against, I want to say, oh, they have to, I keep on saying that. Let me just check. I feel like they go up against the Vacuums, right? They do. They go up against the Vacuums, so not easy for sure, but they may be able to do it. Who knows? And then let's see. Models go up against the Explorers this week, and then yeah, 3-6 for the Garlics. Have had a little bit more struggle, and who knows what they'll be like against the Smart Alex. Um, yeah, they got swept by the Models, which that was just unfortunate for them. I don't remember, of course, I don't remember exact details at this point. Of course, I kind of looked at some of the average stats to kind of refresh my memory. Of course, my team 2-7. Um, we've only won, oddly enough, against like what we had talked about against the Explorers, but also the Garlics one time. But then got swept by the Flames, which is wild. But then finally, the Dynasties, they've only won one game, and it was against the Vacuums, interestingly enough. I think Bowser Jr., if I remember right, was just absolutely insane that game. I think it was game 3 of that series. But anyways, so that's what it's like right now. Uh, the whoa, the matchup we're going to see this go around is actually the Speedstars versus the Dynasties. So this will really show who will be in the bottom of the bracket coming on the halfway point. Whoa. Yeah, not the halfway point, but almost there. Week. Okay, so I got that mixed up. So it was week 4 instead of week 5. So we're still in week 4. Damn. I fell off with this. But I'll see if I can make something here and there with, like I said, with all of that. So week 4 is going to be these two, and then these two, then these two, these two. And so the first one we're going to look at today is who's going to hold down that bottom spot more. Is it going to be the Speedstars, my go-to team, or is it going to be the unfortunate fall from grace team as of right now, the Dynasties, who are struggling so much. They're struggling like how I am mentally struggling trying to remember everything with these broadcasts. But I don't know. I'm very excited to obviously to get back into it, and of course I'll try to get these out as much as I can. But it won't be too easy, unfortunately. I wish that was the case, but we'll see what we can do. I've missed this though. Jesus. Alright. So set up a team first. And so what I'm thinking is we'll do Yoshi's part first. Yeah, we'll do Yoshi's part first, and then game 2 we'll do that from boom, Ice Garden, and then back to Yoshi's part. I guess I'll go ahead and flip the coin to see who gets to bat first. Just to get that situated really quick. Is it gonna be, we'll do Head Speedstars and Tails Peach Dynasties. Oh, man, my brain is not doing great right now. Nonetheless, I'm very excited to do this. So, Heads, Speedstars, Tails, Dynasties. Let's do this in 3, 2, 1. It is Tails, so the Dynasties will be batting first whenever we set up their teams. Let me go ahead and set up their teams. Of course, it's been so long since I've done this, but that's the beauty of it, right? So we'll do... We always put him. Yeah, I always put him at shortstop. Bear with me, guys. I'm so sorry. Of course, I do know this. Like the pitching man himself, Diddy Kong, is going crazy. It's weird to say, Diddy, obviously, with things that have happened since I've been not doing these, but. Regardless, this Diddy is really good. Can't say about the one that's, the you-know-who. Alright. And then we'll finish off with Baby Luigi, Toadette, Mario. Boom, good to go there. And now for the Dynasties, who pitches first? Of course it is Peach. Then we get... I gotta get back into memorizing the controls again. Red Bones, and then there we go. We'll do, of course, Bowser Jr. Honestly, a goat with all of this, right? Dixie, pretty good. And then Koopa Troopa, Green Noki. And that is the Dynasties. Boom. Alright. Obviously. Oh, I said Ice Garden. Oh, so it worked out perfectly. Sweet. Okay. This is when you know I've been out of it. But anyways, with that being said, let's start off with game one. You know, obviously I'm going to be personally rooting for, I mean, I'm excited for both teams to get something because they've needed it for so long. But, you know, my personal bias, I want the Speedstars to be the one to do that. And so, here's the first pitch in a good while. And it's a strike. Alright, good hit from Yoshi. A little split off the middle. Alright, now it's Peach's turn, the captain of all of this. I haven't seen them play in a good minute, obviously. But, well, all of them, but let's see if she can pick up the pace in an early thing. And she does. Sweet. Getting both of them. Just, you know, very simple. Almost implementing that Speedstars thing where they like to try to do base by base, or how I like to think that they would try to do it. Their ideal game plan. Of course, that doesn't always work with the defensive strategies of the teams they've went up against, with going up against two of the most defensively dense teams, which is being, of course, the Explorers and the Flames, which is partially why they have been losing so much, it feels like. And as I say that, Yoshi goes and runs all the way to home, putting them on the board already. Good stuff right there. Good job, Green Paratrooper, obviously. Which, of course, this is the thing with the Speedstars. They're not the greatest. Defensively, their main thing is offense, so hopefully they'll be able to pick it up if the Dynasty starts, you know, gaining some traction themselves. Alright. Ooh! Oof. Oh, wait. That was a really clutch play from, oh, Mookie Yoshi over there. Yoshi Betts. Alright, Green Shotgun goes in and Peach goes all the way in. Okay, Green Pair is not going to, but 2-0 just like that. Off of the, what was this, the 4th or 5th bat? Good deal, good deal. Dynasty's trying to prove themselves finally, where it's, you know, to a point where they can be respected again, hopefully. And 3-0 just like that. Speedstars kind of struggling as they're just not being able to get them outs, or, well, except for Yoshi. Yoshi's been the only one that's been able to get one thing, but everyone else it seems like they've just been kind of struggling. Unfortunately, Diddy not doing the greatest with all of this. Red Bones, alright, good play, and saved it. Saved it before they went any crazier. And now it is the Dynasty's turn to do some defensive stuff. Frame 1, just like that. Of course, that's the main thing going for the Dynasties, as I've talked about since the beginning. Their pitching staff is normally some of the best, or like what would be considered one of the best, I would say. Especially with Bowser Jr. So like you have the opener and the closer, and just like that, she struck out Diddy finally. So she's got that going for her, fortunately. Battle of the the ladies on this one. And I honestly thought it was going to be close to a home run. Is she gonna... Alright. So 2 outs on the board. They still have a bit of a chance, especially with DK, their hardest hitter. They could get something, and they do. No, they don't. I'm sorry. Alright, I jinxed that one. Green Noki coming in, and the first pick of the draft, she finally gets that out the way. And now they're back at it at the second in the second inning. So kind of shut them down pretty hard. Ooh, Black Shotgun, that was a nice catch. All right, the one that got that third out, is she going to be able to return offensively? Yes, she does. What in the world? That was a really good little slice. Enough for her to get a double easily. With that one, with her speed, I wouldn't miss her if she would have gotten third on that one. Alright, captain of the ship, come on, can you try to maintain this with your team? And, ooh, he does fumble, but Diddy luckily saves it for him. I'm getting mixed up with 2 Yoshis, man. I just said some stuff of this that was the Speedstars, but it was actually the Dynasties with that Yoshi. So, forget what I said about that. Ooh! Hey, good thing that masked my stupidity with Red Koopa coming in and getting that really nice catch to get them their first out. And they're doing this on their home turf. That's another thing to mention too. Yeah, they're going first, and normally these are people's domains, their sanctuary even. And so far, at least, especially offensively, they're kind of going crazy on them, like going pretty crazy on them. But defensively, like as we're seeing right now, just dismantling them. It feels like. Of course, it's only 2 innings, but I mean, it's getting up there. But Toadette saying, "Shut up, I'm gonna score." Good hit from Baby Luigi. I will give him credit for that, because normally they're not, you know, the babies are not normally the great hitters on this team, but hey, sometimes they shine through. Now it's Baby Mario's turn. Hopefully with their synergy, they'll be able to start running around a good amount and maybe get like a double or a triple. They kind of have to do something big though, because they have 2 outs on the board, and this will go right into... Okay, this could be the last play for the second inning, and yeah. Unfortunately, so momentum was cut off a little bit, but hey, Toadette coming in and was like, let's get something on the board. Unfortunately, that was the case. Unfortunately, the babies, Baby Mario and Luigi, didn't really... Well, Baby Luigi, yes, he was able to get there great. It was just Baby Mario kind of having the greatest placement of it. And Bowser Jr. with a nice hit. But Toadette's there to catch it. Nice hit from Green Shy Guy, just being able to split it open. They're fast, but they're not fast enough to get that one. And quick, little easy double for Green Shy Guy. Alright, Red Koopa, let's see if they can maintain this offensive prowess. And so far they are, and it looks like Green Shy Guy will be able to go home. And is Red Koopa going to try to go for it? He's not, which is obviously smart. They're going to take a smarter route with this, obviously. But even then, you don't really have to. They're at a point right now where, they're it's pretty low scores, but still like up by 3 is pretty big. And so they could be willing to take those risks, but I can respect the fact that they're still trying to play it very calculatively. And as I say that, Red Bones hitting a really nice shot off to the left, and like beautiful curve, keeping that a fair ball. Red Koopa being able to get there at home, and now just increasing that number more and more, increasing that lead. And just like that, Diddy Kong got tired, and now Black Shy Guy. Ooh, that's good, because Black Shy Guy is actually the current leader in ERA. So he has the best ERA in the league. So this could be a momentum shift. This could fare very well, is basically what I'm getting at with him as a pitcher, because he's not on the roster, but maybe very soon, within like the middle of the season, there's a chance he might get traded out, or like they may swap that because of how good he is whenever he shows up. Only thing is he doesn't show up that much, but when he does show up, it seems he delivers and then some. Ooh, that was a good catch from Red Koopa, and a big play for him. Getting right around that halfway point right now, and it looks like the Dynasties, as of right now, they can get away with this. Ooh, good catch from Bowser Jr. Alright, DK saving grace. Nope. Peach just strikes him out, and now now they have to try to get that defense a little bit more locked in, hopefully. Now with Black Shy Guy on the pitching mound, there's a chance that they can get that, but we won't know until we actually see it in execution. In concept, though, is a great idea. Alright, there you go. Gonna be able to catch that. Hopefully, good thing it wasn't too slow. And Baby Luigi, that's fine. I mean, he's fast to the point where that's understandable that he would get to first base pretty easily. But good thing wasn't able to make it a double, because just more reaches to the base, especially the way that the Dynasties are playing right now. It could mean like a make or break the situation. And just like that, they have a double, or at least Yoshi got a double. Ooh, that was close. I thought that was gonna be fair, to be honest. Daisy catches that, saves him that part of the trouble, spares them for a little bit longer. Okay. Good. Alright, that was actually really clutch on Black Shy Guy, being able to strike out Bowser Jr. especially, because obviously he's more of a power hitter. So if he were to hit anything and not get an out or strikeout, then it would have been deuces at that point. Like, Yoshi would have been like, alright, I'm taking that. Nice catch. It is a safe, but it was still a really good catch from the Red Koopa. Alright, now you got your outfielders coming up now. Oops. Although big hit, Yoshi's going to be there on time to get that out of here. Ooh, nice double play. Out of there just like that. Last inning, last opportunity for them to try to shut them out, as well as the Speedstars do something. But I could see for Speedstars fans that they're just going to turn this one off and just get ready to head up to the next game. Good catch from Toadette. Ah, just this close. This close. Alright, Redbone's turn. Hit him right in the wiener with that one. Are they gonna try to load some bases? There's a chance of that. A really good chance. Oh no, they're just gonna probably one or two of them go in. Decides to finally use a star pitch, and it worked. Alright, good strikeout. Can he end this as soon as he can? Or will the mirror, like the fake captain, is he going to be able to beat them down? Oof! And they beat them down. So even the doppelganger was like, you know, I'm going to try to do something. And Black Tiger was like, that's where I've had enough. And so Baby Mario starting off with the races. Off to the races. Now you got your captain up. This might be their best chance as they're approaching close to having DK back up over there. You can have some people run it. Unless Peach just does her thing, which no one has subbed in for her yet, so she's been doing great for herself right now. Green Power is going to be there all day. But fortunately, Baby Mario has enough speed to get back. And now closing with the last moments of this game. There's a fair chance this will be part of the last, unless Daisy hits the damn ball. Does a star hit to close it out, and right there. And that's enough for both of them to start running. Alright, Diddy's going. And there we go. So only down by 4. With 2 outs, is it doable? I don't know. Daisy has some hope, but is it actually going to happen? I'm not completely sure myself. But it's still a valiant effort nonetheless. DK though, so if boom boom, then they'll double their score and they'll be just 2 points away if Donkey Kong executes on a home run, that is. She has a star pitch, and this will probably be the final play of the game, or there's a chance of it. No. So he has his own star hit. Line sideways. Daisy still be able to get there. Okay. So of course not a massive hit, but utility, that is. With the swing around, what could have been the last moment of the game right there. So they're clawing. They're trying to claw their way out. They're in the trenches right now. They're doing what they can. And there is a decent chance of it. Black Shy Guy with some decent pitching. DK's going for it. Yo, what the fuck is going on? So DK said, I am actually just going to go for it. And normally that speed is a hindrance, but he actually did well with it. Oh wow, it is storming where I'm at right now. Like it's raining hard. Anyways. Clutch moments, clutch moments. Goomba, he's a fairly consistent hitter if I remember right. This is a make it or break it situation, and it's so close too. Ooh, okay. That's the game. The Dynasties with their second win. Hey. So That's good on the Dynasties. Finally getting another name or another win in their belt to maybe bolster them up in the rankings. Hopefully. That's a given. She actually did fantastic from what I saw, uh, and what little I could recognize since, being gone for as long as I have. But it seemed that she did great. No one had to sub in for her type stuff. She was just beating their ass, as I like to call it. And so I'll just go through these really quick, just for the stat side of everything. So batting wise, they as a team had a .5 batting average while they had a .417. So relatively close coming up to the end of it once they actually started batting better. But like those first 3 innings, they kept on getting shut out. Obviously, I'm talking about Speedstars in this case. Alright. And so, of course, the closest they got was right in that last inning. I mean, shoot, they scored 3 points just like that. And they were fighting for it. But they just didn't have enough time. That's all it was. They just did not have enough time. I'm a little surprised by that. I mean, it's good. Like, I'm happy for Black Shy Guy to still have like an elite level ERA with a 3.8. And then DK Diddy Kong, that is, struggling, unfortunately. But Black Shy Guy just proving more and more that if come around mid-season, if they need to change a pitcher, he might be the guy. Now, who is he going to replace? Oh yeah, great question. Not exactly sure. And so, let's see, with no home runs this game, just running the bases, much more, I guess, fundamental stuff than like hype stuff. Yeah, Red Koopa with a really good batting situation. 2 RBIs, 3 hits, 100% batting average on this game. And Peach, so it's interesting that Black Shy Guy, which this could also be because he's not in for as many rounds, or as many innings, but Peach was there the entire game, and that's still really impressive. Hitting a 7.20 in this game is really good. Allowing only 10 hits in total, whereas as a team they allowed 14, which you could say is kind of close, but only towards the end was it like that. For Peach, that is. 4 strikeouts, which is wonderful. As a whole team, they did half. Only allowing 4, they actually allowed, Diddy allowed more himself. And then just her special 1 time. Oh yeah, I forgot about the big plays. So yeah, Yoshi and Black Shy Guy and Goomba with big plays. Wow, yeah, Red Koopa definitely doing some great stuff on the defensive side. Bowser Jr. also doing pretty good as well. So yeah, just flat out, the defense showed up for the Dynasties that were tired of getting basically demoralized, it felt like. And so that's a good win for them. And so now we have now we're gonna be in the Peaches Ice Garden, and now I remember I have to flip the coin before I make the team. That's why I kind of stuttered at first, and I said luckily it worked out. So this time we'll have Peaches heads, Yoshi as tails. We're gonna flip it 3, 2, 1. And Peach will be batting first, so it's going to be the same thing as last time, where we set it up like this. And so now for game 2. How we... Trying to figure out who to put in second base and then third base. We'll just do Diddy at third base. And now for this one, Dixie will be the pitcher, which I feel like, I always say, unfortunately, it feels like she, at least on this team, she feels to be the weakest. I mean, she still has done some good things, but I feel like Bowser Jr. has made such a resurgence, and then Peach just, I mean, as you saw from that first game, she's great. Obviously, there's a reason, one, why she's a captain, there's a reason why Game 1 looked the way it did as well. And so, Red Koopa, Troopa. Red Koopa at, I think he was in the shortstop place and was going crazy. But I think shortstop for, yeah, I think shortstop for Peach would be better, and then have Red Koopa on third base. But I guess we'll see when we get there. And then first pick of the draft, center field, and the classic green para. Alright. So it means Speedstars will be going offensive first. Did it stop raining? Oh no, it's still raining like crazy. I was fixing to say, there's no way. Alright, immediately with an out. Immediately just like that, to take out Yoshi. You said don't be throwing my captain like that. Just like clockwork so far. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It seems like the Speedstars are a little mad. Now, their defense kind of showed up, at least in this particular inning. Well, their offense. So far, no. Thank you for the short answer. Alright, Diddy Kong. What we got? Good catch from Bowser Jr. Two outs pretty easily. The Dynasties are responding back a little bit. May make this the fastest scoreless inning. And just like that, yeah. We're already on the second. That was by far the fastest inning that I think we've ever gone through. Of course, the only way to get it that fast is to have a scoreless inning on both sides. And only defensive stuff. So there you go. Throw it just like that. Green Shot got the first one to make a play that actually sticks. Alright, star ball. Alright, looks like the Dynasties are the first one to break this offensive curse as they start off with 2 doubles and have a point on the board. All with the help of their baseman. Good stuff right there. Clockwork, to be honest. Now it's Redbone's turn. Obviously a big play from Yoshi, that was really nice. 2 outs on the board. Our second star ball. And it was literally a ball, so if that tells you anything. Yep. Red Koopa comes in and is just like, alright, we're just gonna keep it rolling. And 2-0 right now. Not looking good for the Speedstars at the current moment. Oh my goodness. They did so good that first, well, to be fair, it was very one-dimensional. It was just catch the ball, throw it to black shot guy. Catch the ball, throw it to black shot guy. And so... Alright, Daisy's kind of had enough, it feels like. But... Oh! Okay. I mean, the best way that someone would know that Starbat is if they are the same character. So, Speedstars Yoshi was like, fuck you, Dynasties Yoshi, I'm going to take that. Because he knows how it works. That's actually really cool. Alright, is DK gonna do some work? Unfortunately not. Now it's Black Shy Guy's turn. Kind of a, like, you know, like the underrated character of this team. Because for a first baseman, he's kind of like an all-rounder, it feels like. Great pitcher. Sometimes a good batter. Sometimes he has his moments at batting. And then is perfectly fine at catching as well. So, not bad. I would say one of the more all-arounders in the league. As Goomba finally gets first base for the Speedstars on the board. Toadette. For real? What the hell? So unfortunately for them, that got cut off pretty quickly because Dixie is doing pretty good as well. Doesn't help that I, you know, talk crap about her, but she's kind of pulling it up today, kind of showing that I was wrong, or trying to prove to me that I'm wrong. Peach with a very quick double. It felt almost like nothing for her. Now Green Paratroopa be able to respond back, or like be able to top that. Yoshi and Diddy, what is wrong with y'all? What the fuck? They just stared at the ball. They're like, we're not gonna have it. We're just gonna hope to God, fucking that baby. I think baby Luigi gets it. That's ridiculous. And Bowser with a monster hit. Unfortunately for them, they're going. She's going home. He's going first, and 3-0 just like that. Once again, another monster hit. Of course, Baby Mario doesn't care. Alright, so the babies are kind of coming through. Is Goomba going to be able to... Saving the energy, I understand. And a quick out. That was actually a really nice play. Fair ball, not an out, but enough because I think it... Whatever the case was, but still, being able to get it to that classic Yoshi Black Shy Guy. Alright, Peach with that one. Interesting that the Speedstars have more out stats, but the thing with them is they've been out on defense longer because their defense is much more brief because they just get the job done, call it good, whether it be a strikeout. Mostly strikeouts because there's only 3 outs in total from someone outside of the pitcher. But now we've got first and third ready to go, and who's at bat? It's Diddy Kong. Strode on the pitching mound. game one. Let's see if he gets better on the batter's box. And also against Dixie, nonetheless. Ooh, interesting. Hit him right in the cranium, damn. And he does it! He fucking finally... Something. Something. So now just first and third again. Good hit. Honestly, a good hit. Green Shotgun trying to go for it, but it didn't work out. And it just, unfortunately, wasn't enough. Now, this is big because if Daisy just hits it, right? And DK comes and hits a fucking dinger, then they're in the lead. Well, they'd actually be up by 2 if it worked ideally. But they still have an out to work with, which is nice too, which Daisy used up. But that also means DK can go and actually increase it by 1 if he... I did not hit it. I don't like that. Maybe he wants the tension added. He wants the tension added because... He's fucking out of here! Let's go! Comeback homer. That doesn't happen often, right? Let's go! First home run of the series and first time since I've been kind of back, at least for now. Haven't seen that in a long time. Oh, that's crazy. DK, Donkey Kong. Let's fucking go. I called it. And Black Shy Guy, a much better batting than when he pulled up in the last rotation. And so now they're in the lead. With 2 outs, are they going to be able to add a little bit more to that, or they're not? Dixie doing her thing, but Donkey Kong, he's a dinger setter, and I guess he needed that first strike, even though that looked like he very well could hit it. He probably thought, I can get a better pitching opportunity, or like, they can pitch it better so that I can get that out of here. And now Redbone's with the double. Trying to maybe help with that, with their own little comeback. Look who's up to bat. It's going to be Dixie. Great pitching game, I would say, so far. And, gets a very quick, easy single in the hopes of Green Noki being able to pull through. Right over Goomba's head. And just like that, they are tied. It's a tie game. Within the... I think this is the 3rd inning. I can't read sometimes. It's the 4th. See, I can't read. So now in the 4th inning, this is much more of a clutch situation than I would think. 2 more innings left for both participants. No outs on the board so far. And with the star bat, and Goomba catches it. Oh my god. They're really trying to get on their A game with their defense, because obviously, like I say, that's their weak point. And it always, I feel like, legit, it always has been. I feel like that's part of their downfall, and just getting shut down by other defenses. Oh, but they're kind of pulling through right now. This game, like Black Shy Guy, Gooba, Yoshi, but Dixie's there to. Oh god. And so good little over the head hit. One of the most consistent hitters, I think, is Green Paratroopa. And now we see why. Daisy's getting tired. Who are they going to swap in? If they bring back in, they're going to bring the captain. Interesting. So remember, the captain himself doesn't normally pitch. Is he a good pitcher? Possibly. Now getting a little desperate, and Bowser Jr. with a... I mean, it was a big hit, but Baby Mario's there to be most likely to catch it. Unless it hit his head, then that would have been horrible. Then they would have been down by 4. They would have to double their score. But now that's only down by 1, so the Speedstars still have a chance to at least tie, but maybe even get up themselves. And great hit from Toadette. Just straight to the point, speedy. They could get, I always like to say this, word of the day type shit, get their momentum going. Green para. A bunt, that is so funny. We barely see this happen, and it rarely works. It is risky, but at least for Toadette, she was able to get to second, so maybe that was the point. Now, is Yoshi going to pull through himself? Unfortunately not. Now, Green Noki will be there to catch that. Cutting that off a little bit. Last inning to go, and unfortunately for the Speedstars, this is a bit of a risk, obviously, because now they're putting it back into their court, like the ball's in their court now, to try to just keep those points going. Fortunately, Goomba's right there to stop it, and like I said, their defense has improved from the last game. Their last game, they were in a bit of what felt like a bit of a rough spot, and the only reason they got so many was because of how long the game went. On their side, that is. It's better now. It's more even, I would say. Unlike time that has been done in the course. This is the second bunt I've never... And it worked! What the fuck? We all know bunts are high risk. Sometimes high reward? I don't know. It's normally high risk, but people like to rock with it, and in this case... Jesus Christ! What the fuck? This is an awful situation for these guys. Yoshi, unfortunately, struggling, it feels like. Oh, no, Goomba! He was doing so good! Oh! Now they're down by 3 instead of 1. 2 runs like that. I mean, good hit, obviously, from the #1 pick of this draft. Giving him the reason why she should be called the #1 pick of the draft. A true doppelganger situation right here. Who's the better Yoshi, we'll figure out. Wow. I'm a little surprised by that myself. But here we are. Okay, that was nice. Wasting a star hit, that's big. And now they have nothing. He has a star pitch. Yeah, the Speedstars have the star pitch he may be able to utilize for this last inning. And he does, as I say that. And it worked. Oddly enough, the bunt strategy working. Ooh. 8-4. This is gonna have to be like, oddly enough, the Dynasties vacuums comeback from, I think it was I want to say it was week 2, right? It was week 2 where they had that crazy fucking comeback. One of the finest moments of the series, I would say, so far. And they just keep going. Oh my god! They're doing the same. They're doing the same stuff that they were doing week 2. They're like, all right, this is our domain type shit. They're Gojo with the shit. Oh my god. Yoshi's had enough. Are they gonna bring in their last ditch effort? That's their last ditch effort is DK. Their closer. And has had some good results. However, it's different from the Explorers DK, I feel like. Oh, that is so funny. Is it enough? Baby Luigi finally ending that madness. Wow. Now the big question of this is, will they pull through? Will the Speedstars pull through one way or another? Will they get cut off by another defense? Or will they actually go just absolutely ballistic? At least as ballistic as what the Dynasties did. And so far the answer is it seems to be a little bit more. It seems to be fading to leaning to one more than the other. DK. He's carrying the team, it feels like. Is it gonna... He's carrying the team on his back right now. At least with this particular game. He's going for... Okay, I thought he was actually gonna try to go for third. Luckily, he stopped. But I mean, I get it. It's very last ditch. 2 outs. Last inning. Down by 6. Black Shy Guy. You've been doing good. He may be the one to... Oh, saves them for one more play. Although he wastes a star hit, unfortunately. So now they're both sat. That's the game. Pitching going great on both sides, as what we can see. 2-0. So now, right off the bat like that, the Speedstars are in the bottom seed. The pitching is, I mean, they're finally showing why they are. Yeah, we're supposed to be the best team in the game, right? Remember, they were projected at #1 back in the day. When we started this, their pitching came through. On that one. That is for sure. I'm a little bit shocked myself. But they're finally out of the... At least as of right now. They could be tied for last. Right, yeah, they could be tied for last if the Speedstars win this next game. Will they? Wow, I guess we'll find out. But in the meantime, let's look at that. Oh, wow. The same exact ERA as Peach in Game 1. The exact same. 7.20. Really good. Especially for staying the entire game. No big plays, but that's okay. 16-11. While they were 8-4. They did have one home run, but that was off the back of DK. And so... Right, so yeah, DK did try to do the best he could. Unfortunately, it not working out. And, oof. And I don't count that ERA in particular, just because he was in for a couple plays. That's a rough ERA for Mr. Yoster right there. Oh my god. He did get both big plays, but it's a bit of a struggle, man. On to Game 3, Yoshi's Park. For Game 3, will they pull through, or will the Dynasties sweep them in their first ever sweep? They've already won double the amount of games that they already had on their record. And so anything is up for here for the Dynasties. For the Speedstars, is just trying to scramble to not be last. Even though as of right now they are. So now it's kind of a desperate attempt. We'll have Yoshi on heads, Peach on tails. I'm gonna flip the coin in 3, 2, 1. Shit. Let me redo that. I never mess these up. Let me try that one more time. 3, 2, 1. Tails, so that means that Peach it's gonna be the same thing again. They've been batting the Dynasties have been batting every time first, which is kind of funny, but that's how it works sometimes. And so now they're saving grace, possibly. Even if he's gonna be like Diet DK, it'll be better than probably a fair bit of what they had. We'll put... I normally put Goomba there, I remember. Of course, I'm going to change it to the way it properly needs to be. I'm just trying to get these guys onto the roster. Alright, and now for the Dynasties. Ooh, one of my favorite pitchers to watch. Outside of, obviously, the MVP voters. Definitely, I would say one of the, in my personal opinion, I feel like he's, or from what I remember as well, he might be one of the more underrated pitchers. Oh, shit. That's the setup we go for. And now for the final game of this series for week 4. Back at Yoshi Park. But the opposing team will be going first, aka the team that is 2-0 right now. And could have a sweeping potential. Quick striker from DK. That is indeed the beauty about the Speedstars, that they do have their best pitcher at as their closer, and so this could be their best chance at home with DK at the pitching mound, who is obviously one of the best. Especially if we talk about, you know, Explorers DK, but star hit, and just like that, big play from Yoshi. Yoshi and Daisy. Good strikeout from BJ. Those are one of my favorite pitchers to watch. The come up that he had, I think it was against the Vacuums to get their first win. Wonderful. But I think also in week 3 he was doing pretty good as well. He struggled that first week, but after that has kind of been just doing his thing there. Is that going to be enough? It will be enough for Greenoki to have something to say about it. Daisy able to get there on time, fortunately for the Speedstars on this one. And oof, devastating, I would say, because bases were fixing to be loaded. But Green Shy Guy said, nope, you will not. Simple as that. The classic Black Shy Guy. ×2. Very fast as well. Alright, that was a quick one for that second inning. Now, offensively, will this go back to how it did for Game 1? Or will they actually be able to pull through on this one? So far, no. So all the green fellas have gotten an out. except for Yoshi's the only one on the Dynasties that is. All right, Toadette being able to give them that little kick in the ass, like, all right, keep going, follow me. Good hit from Baby Luigi. And Baby Luigi said, gladly. Now it's Baby Mario's turn. He kind of fucked up this last one in game 1, but he can redeem himself, especially with just only one out. If it does repeat, it won't be the worst thing. Bowser Jr. trying to find what he can, and that is not. Oh my god. Damn, Green Opie. Out for Yoshi. Quick one for Baby Mario. Alright, so they're kind of, they're stepping up their defense a little bit more. Just making another scoreless inning. Although it must have crushed Toadette and Baby Luigi when Baby Mario caused a double play. That wasn't great. Ooh, a nice slice from Green Para. Is that going to be enough for a triple? No, it is not. Not a triple for Peach. Alright. Now it's their turn on the block. A very fast game on this one, and Yoshi with a good hit. A close one, but a good one. Easy double. Could have even been a triple, but I'm trying to not be risky. That's good. At least at the current moment. Oh, he's stealing a base! And he steals it! Yes! That's I think, the second or third that happens. Monty normally is the one that does that. At least in this league. A sacrifice on Diddy's part, yes, but Yoshi got the score, and now they're up. Good hit from DK. Maybe he'll be able to get a double, and he will just trying to open that gap more, possibly, to score some points, because sometimes whenever they don't capitalize on that, they fall short because the Dynasties have. Alright. Goomba needs to kind of pull through, and yes! Wait, never mind. Yep, that's only one, unfortunately. So, that was a huge play for Peach. That was a fantastic play. But yeah, it didn't work out the way they wished. Bowser Jr.'s kind of mad because, well, try to vent out his angers, but it didn't work out. He's kind of mad because doesn't feel like he's making too much of an impression on pitching right now, at least this game. But it's okay. Easy strikeout for DK. I'll admit that was a pretty weak hit from, I think it was Green Para. Alright, back to this rotation. The follow me Toadette strat, and that was A very nice catch from Green Shy Guy. He's popping off this game. He already has 5. Which, I mean, makes sense. He's first base. But still, like, that's still great. Fortunately for Baby Luigi and Baby Mario, they decided to keep on with that. And hopefully Yoshi is going for the bunt route. Very neat. I mean, if there is a team to try to bunt, it would be the Speedstars. But I don't, even then I don't, he's not even curving it right. What the fuck? There's no way we all just saw that. What just happened? I mean, yeah, so far they're in the lead, but it's only by 1 point. 2, they keep screwing up really big moments on their offense, even though they're doing pretty good on their defense. They've improved on their defense, but their offense has just not been doing good this series. This is against the alleged worst team in the league, at least within the first 3 weeks. A third of the way almost into the season. Wow. But, hey, a win is a win. A win is a win. The Speedstars not getting swept, fortunately, but still even for our Speedstars fans, I still feel a little frustrated. Even though Donkey Kong, he did good, he did great. The defense was great. They shut them out. But then they were also kind of getting cooked. Bad, like, all of that stuff. Oh, man. I can't even look back at it. No! No! Ain't no way I just did that. Alright, let's just do this as the MVP, right? Let's just have this. So, I don't know what the stats are going to look like. That kind of genuinely upsets me now. But, all that means is I'll just have to look into it myself. That's not the biggest deal, but just another thing to add to it. But it's okay. But yeah, was not expecting that to turn out the way it did. Kind of sucks that it didn't really feel like that they were completely on their A game on that one. Which I guess it fits very well because I'm not on my A game right now when it comes to doing what I was trying to do. Clearly, because I just accidentally went to the main menu, which is bound to happen. We're in the 4th week, and you know something's gotta happen like that. But so I'll have to track it myself. And so here's the MVP, right? Obviously, DK did great defensively. It seemed like. Same with the Shy Guys. Like I mean, first base will always do pretty good, but like Black Shy Guy, Green Shy Guy, on both sides were doing great. And like as well on the Dynasty side, defense they were fine. Offense they both struggled a lot because the defense was so good. It's more of a defensive game, I'll say. But I would say personally with the frustrations of the offense, because like you know that they could do it, but then they just screwed it up some way somehow. Whether it be Baby Mario, Toadette, um, whoever else, it was just like Mike Diddy. Um, it was wasn't a game they wouldn't be proud of, but regardless, a win is a win, especially right now. And from the looks of it, and might I say, is like I'll say this as well. Congrats to the Dynasties for having their best series yet. 2-1. They have never seen that. They've only been either 0-3 or 1-2. This is the best they've had it, which is nice. It's a step in the right direction. They're gonna have to batten down the hatches though, because they will be going up against the Vacuums, and doesn't look fantastic for the Speedstars because going potentially being the worst team in the league now, uh, doesn't really fare well. Now, of the teams that they could have went up against, the Smart Alex are of one of the better ones to have gone up against, but we'll see how that goes. I mean, Waluigi is still like an MVP candidate regardless, so that could be scary, but we won't know until we see. Um, of course, next up, Smart Alex versus the Garlics. That's going to be a very, very fun matchup. I'm excited for that one. Probably my second favorite one that will come up. Um, and then after that is the Explorers and the Models. That's the one I'm the most excited for. That one's going to be a lot of fun to look at, especially with how up and coming the models have been. Their underdog story is elite. They're the third best in the right now, like 3 weeks in, and so now they're going up against the Titans of this league. So there's a chance they do good. There's a chance they may not do as good, but I feel like it's going to be entertaining nonetheless. And then finishing up with the Flames versus the Vacuums. Um, of course, that would probably be like third, like third place for that, right? Where it's like it could be very well like the Vacuums are doing fantastic. The Flames are in a pretty, they're in a similar spot as the Smart Alex where they're like, we'll see how it goes. But I think it'll also be a good matchup. But I'm gonna go cry in my corner now for the Speedstars. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. Sorry for all these delays I've had over time, but we're gonna get there slowly but surely. Um, and I will see you guys next time.